sweating over here, and it's not just because it's hot outside. It's Freakin Bats. I'm so freaking excited. Where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I start? Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. So I'm coming at you mostly fresh faced today. I did put on a little bit of lipstick just because or else my face literally just turns into eyebrows only because I am so pale and it is so bright outside today. But let's talk about these earrings. Look at these beautiful little suns. They are dusted with turquoise. I say dusted because you can still see like the brass peeking through, but there's like little turquoise dust on it. Oh, I just think they're so cute. They're from Allie Joy Jewelry. I love her. All of her stuff is so cute. And this necklace, this beautiful little like stacked choker situation, is from High Life Glam. I also love High Life Glam. It has a little tiny moon on it. I tried to do like, you know, the sun and the moon. I just thought that would be fun, but that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to listen to me explain why I like to wear the sun and the moon at the same time because I think it's really cute and it's opposites, but they're both fun. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in the new Shroud Cosmetics x Beautbean It's Freakin Bats palette. Do you notice that I'm wearing my little bat headband today? Why? Because it's Freakin Bats. I'm so freaking excited. I shouldn't be hitting this so hard. She is a fragile angel and I love her. I'm so excited to be filming this video. I ordered this palette on the day of the pre-order went live. So on, I think it was October 4th, they opened up a pre-order and they had a certain amount of palettes that they could do for pre-order, and it actually sold out in like under 2 minutes. I got mine at like 12 o'clock on the nose. I was sitting there refreshing the page every 2 seconds from like 11:58 until it went live, and I was fortunate enough to get it. Mostly I think because I have all of my credit card information saved on my computer, so I was able to check out super fast, but I was so grateful to get it on the first day, and it just arrived in the mail yesterday, and I'm so excited to be playing with this today. But before we get into it, I gotta give you a little bit of information about this collab and about this brand. Beautbean, who is the person that Shroud Cosmetics is collabing with, is, if you don't already know, Beautbean is a makeup artist. She is on YouTube, she is on Instagram. If you haven't seen her videos before, I absolutely recommend it. She is incredibly talented. She does lots of beautiful, grungy, smoky looks, but also plays with lots of color. Wait till you see the palette. It's super reflective of like how Beautbean is an artist. I love her so much. And Shroud Cosmetics, who is the company that she collaborated on this eyeshadow palette with, is an indie brand, which on this channel, we love indie brands. We love to support small businesses, so I think that is amazing. And not only is Shroud Cosmetics an indie brand, they are a one-woman show. There is one singular person that makes all the products, does all the marketing, sends them out, like everything. It's all one person, and her name is Chloe. I know that because she always signs off her little posts, your makeup friend Chloe, and I think that's very cute and very sweet, and I like them both so much, so I'm so excited to be playing with this palette today. Oh, and also Shroud Cosmetics is both cruelty-free and vegan, so we love that. Oh, and I wrote this down from their website. The word shroud means to cover or obscure something from vision. Isn't that so fun? I think that's so cool. I love finding out the meaning behind the names of products. I think that's really cool, and I'm so excited to be reviewing this eyeshadow palette today. Do you want to see the inside? Do you want to see the inside? I'm sure you've already seen it, but it's just so beautiful. I am so in love with this color story. I think she picked such incredible colors. There are 4 mattes in this palette, and there are 5 shimmers, and 2 of those shimmers are duochrome. So you get a really wide range of different formulas in here, and I just think they look so beautiful. I just want to put them all over my face. So I think what I'm gonna do is do 2 different eye looks just because I want to play with as many colors as possible. So that's what we're gonna do today. But before we get into the eye look, I know everybody likes to see swatches. Now, I'm somebody who doesn't always think that swatches match up with the way that shadows perform on the eyes. So, you know, there's only so much you can get from swatches, but I know everybody likes to see swatches. I like to see swatches. So before I get into the tutorial, I am going to show you a swatch montage. So look out for that coming at you right now. So I know I just said that swatches don't always do shades justice and you can't go off of swatches, but how freaking beautiful did those eyeshadows swatch? Oh my gosh. Every single one, I was like gasping. I couldn't believe how beautifully the matte swatched and how beautifully the shimmer swatched. And the duochromes, I would die for these duochromes. They look so amazing. I can't wait to put them on my actual eyes. I feel like if I add glitter glue, they're just gonna like take me to outer space. They're so shimmery and beautiful and shifty and cool. I am just so blown away and I'm so excited to get into the eye look. So I think what I wanna do is, every time I look at this, I'm just gonna have to sigh because it's so beautiful. I think what I want to do is devote one eye to more of like the purples and the periwinkles, maybe dip into this dairy shade, which is like a deep plum. And then on the other eye, I'll focus more on the greens and the chartreuses and the blues. But I definitely wanna try to use as many of the shades as possible because I know that you guys probably wanna see as many of the shades as possible. So let's get into the tutorial portion of the video. It has a beautiful mirror in here. Sometimes they give you mirrors and eyeshadow palettes and they make your face look like a funhouse mirror and it looks really wonky. This one is very clearly a high quality mirror, so I'm very excited to be using this mirror. Oh my gosh, my enthusiasm. I'm like sweating over here and it's not just because it's hot outside. Let me zoom you in, let me zoom you in so you can really see these eyes. Get a little up close and personal. You wanna see the breakouts on my chin, giving you all natural face today. I decided to do my eye makeup first today because I don't know how these shadows perform. I don't know if there's gonna be fallout. Fallout's definitely not a deal breaker for me at all. I usually do my eyes first, but that is why I'm not wearing any face makeup. I'm sure you were very curious. You were like, wow, tell us. Yes, we have to know. So I also went ahead and set my eyes with a skin toned eyeshadow. That's how I always like to set my eyes. I don't wear eyeshadow primer or anything, but that is what my eyes are set with in case you are curious. And now let's get into the palette. It's Freakin Bats. I'm so freaking excited. Where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I start? Let's start with the green side first. I feel like I have more of an idea of what I want to do with the green side. This shade, the chartreuse, I never knew what chartreuse actually looked like until I watched Beautbean's announcement video. She said this was chartreuse and I was like, why did I think chartreuse was like a purple color? I don't know. Okay, noting that there is some kickback in the pan. As I said before, I literally don't care. Fallout does not bother me at all, but I'm just going in with a little tiny blending brush here and I'm gonna try to put that, wow, pigmentation. Hello, how are you, pigment? It's kind to meet you. I'm just gonna pop that in my creasy crease here. I'm not fully sure what I'm doing with this eye look yet, but I know I want this color in my crease and I'm actually not really noticing any fallout on my face so far, so that's exciting. A lot of kickback in the pan, but to me, seeing a lot of kickback in the pan usually signifies that a shadow is going to blend very well. That's not always the case, you know, sometimes it blends into nothing, but at least with this one so far, it's not falling out of my face and it's blending beautifully. Okay, so I have my color laid down here, so now I'm gonna take a clean crease brush, little blendy brush here, and I'm just gonna try to blur those edges a little bit. Wow, that's blending beautifully. Now I want to go into the shade Adams. I didn't say what the other shade was. This is called Trappa. This shade is called Adams. It's kind of like, it's a teal. I was gonna say like a bluey green. That's what teal is, isn't it? But I feel like these colors will look nice together and I just kind of want to put a little bit also in the crease, but a little bit lower. I am not great at giving tutorials. I'm more good at like giving you inspo. You know, you can look at my eye look and then decide how you want to do it. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this shade is really beautiful. They're blending really nicely together, kind of going in with a sort of stamping, sort of blendy motion. Yeah, that's great descriptive words, really helping everybody out. I might have just did something with these two colors together. I mean, I didn't do anything. Beautbean did something. Shroud Cosmetics did something, but I also did something with these two colors. These look so pretty together. Wow, these two colors look so beautiful together. Chartreuse and teal? Literally, who would have thought? I mean, not me, but probably Beautbean and Shroud, but clearly they know what they're doing with this color story because these look so pretty together. I'm like, wow, I could do an all matte look with this and then maybe like put the chartreuse in the middle again, but obviously I'm gonna use a shimmer because I know you want to see the shimmer because I would want to see the shimmer, and I think I'm gonna do a little Beautbean technique here. If you watch Beautbean, you know that she does these like cut creases a lot that like aren't what you would typically think of as a cut crease, where she just goes in with the glitter primer like where she wants her crease to look cut. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm using the NYX glitter primer, which is the glitter primer primer that she always uses. I just love Betty Jean. I think she is so sweet. I know I don't know her. I feel like sometimes I talk about YouTube people like I know them, which makes me feel like kind of creepy, but you know what? I think it's okay because I feel like that's what YouTube is for, you know? Everyone on YouTube is my internet friend. If you watch this video, you and I are internet friends. If you refer to me as your friend, that makes my heart soar, and that's totally fine with me. And I don't know, I feel like Betty Jean is my internet friend, and I just think she's so sweet, and I'm so happy for her getting to do this collab with this awesome indie brand who she really seems to like anyways. Like, she has a ton of videos on Shroud Cosmetics on her channel, so it's like this is definitely a collab that was not out of the blue by any means. Like, it really seems like, you know, just a match made in heaven, and I feel like it's so far I'm having a really good time. I've only tried 2 shades, I gotta relax, but I'm really having a good time with it so far. Okay, so I got my glitter primer all good to go here. I'm feeling a little sticky, but that's good. That's what glitter primer is for. And it's like I had initially planned on going in with the shade Handbook and putting it all over the lid, but now that this teal is like poppin', I kind of want to go in with the shade Grim too. Maybe I'll do Grim on like the outer portion and Handbook on the inner portion. Will that be too much? I don't know. Frankly, I don't care. Let's just go for it. And I'm using my finger. That's how I always apply shimmers. I know people like to use it with a flat brush. I just have never found that that works for me all that well, so I'm going in with my finger. I'm already mesmerized by this shade. This isn't even a duochrome, but it's just really reflective and shiny. Oh man. Holy wow. Wow, look at me. I must be some sort of creative genius because this looks so pretty. Oh my gosh. I would say if you've never watched my channel before that I'm not always this erratic, but if you have watched my channel, you know that I am always this erratic. I'm having a good time. When I play with makeup that I love, I just get so excited, and I just get very This is applying beautifully on top of the glue. I think I was a little sporadic with my glue on the outer part of the crease because I was talking at the same time. So I need to add just a little more glue in the outer corner here because I clearly didn't do an even application because I have like one stripe where the glue is. I think Betty Jean normally applies glitter glue with a brush. Maybe that's a technique I should adopt. I mean, it works for her. I'm sure it could work for me. Just going back in with more of this turquoise shade here. Yes, much better. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Handbook, which is this beautiful shimmery chartreuse. Is this chartreuse too? I don't know, it looks chartreuse to me. Wow, a bunch of birds just flew by. Can you see their shadows on my face? This shade, also a beautiful shimmer. I love their shimmer formula. This is my first time trying Shroud Cosmetics. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but so far I'm incredibly impressed with all of their formulas. Wow, that is beautiful. These 2 shimmers are like my colors. This is literally the colors in my childhood bedroom. Oh, I'm nostalgic. I'm loving it. Taking it a little in on the inner corner. I know it's gonna look a little messy. I'm probably gonna end up wiping that away, but I did wanna, maybe I won't though. That actually looks pretty nice. I kind of like that as an inner corner too. Ooh, and the shimmers are blending really nicely too. Even though they're over glitter primer, I'm able to like blend them together with my finger. What is this? Sorcery. This is incredible. Okay, now I'm just dipping back into the shade Adams, that beautiful matte turquoisey teal color, and just going over any edges here that I was a little messy with my shimmers. Then taking the brush that I had the chartreuse shade on, just making sure that gets a little more brought back into the mix here. I want all of the colors to pop. I want to see every single color. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about my lower lash line at all right now, since as previously stated, I'm not wearing any base makeup, so we'll get back to that in a little while. Now let's move on to our second eye look. I think what I want to do is put the shade Spooky in the crease, this gorgeous periwinkle shade. Oh, I would paint my whole body this shade if I could. I really like the matte so far. A lot of fallout. It's almost a jarring amount of fallout, but like blends beautifully on the eyes, doesn't give a lot of fallout on the eyes. But let's put this beautiful Spooky shade in my crease. Wow, that packs a punch too. These mattes have fallout, but they will show up to work. They will be ready to work. They're ready 15 minutes early. That's how ready these mattes are to go. These mattes offer to stay late without you even asking. They're ready to work, and they're hard workers. See, look at this. I got all of that kick up in the pan, but look at my under eye. Literally nothing. Beautiful, clean, fantastic. Oh, love it. Ooh, should we? I wasn't planning on doing this, but maybe should I go in with this dark plum shade? Would that ruin the whole thing? No. I think it would actually make the whole thing really great. And here's my idea behind this. I think what I want to do is take this shade Dairy, this deep, beautiful plum purple eggplanty color. That's all the purple things I can name. And I just want to take a flat brush like this, and I'm going to put it all over the lid. And you're probably asking yourself, what are you doing, you loon? Aren't you going to put a duochrome on the lid? And I still am. But I have found that in my short period of time working with duochromes, I've only gotten into them recently. Wow, this looks nuts. Please bear with me. I promise I'll work it out. But I have found in my short period of time of using duochromes that they really pop over a dark base. I actually learned that from my good pal Beautbean. I've seen her put duochromes over like a black base before, and although this isn't black, it's a really, really deep purple color. So I feel like this could have the same effect. Don't worry, I know it looks messy, but it's fine because I'm gonna cover it with a duochrome, and I hope this works out. This shade does have a good amount of fallout. I will say it's kind of all over my eye, but again, it doesn't really bother me. I'm gonna wipe my face off and do my face makeup afterwards. Also, I'm being pretty erratic with this brush, so it's probably not the formula's fault. Okay, so now I am applying more of that NYX glitter glue. I am using a brush this time because I felt like I made such a mess with my finger before, and the brush is making it a lot easier. And I'm gonna take this shade Zero. I don't know if you noticed when I swatched this, the duochrome on Zero is enough to make me want to just stop doing anything else and commit to this shade being my full-time job. Serving the shade is my job now. So I'm gonna use my finger again because ooh, this one's really soft feeling. This one feels like especially soft. So pretty. Oh my gosh, my eyelid's sticking together. My eyelid's sticking together. Ooh, I gotta get going. Oh my gosh, and my plan is coming together. I would like to speak to the manager of Shroud Cosmetics and of Beautbean so that I can say thank you for this delicious meal. I would like to tip 1000%. This is amazing. Okay, before I scream for the rest of the video, let me go back in with my periwinkle shade here just to touch up those areas that I made kind of patchy with the glue. Now do you understand what I was talking about when I layered it over the dark shade? You saw me erratically slap that dark shade all over my lid and you were like ready to hit the unsubscribe, or maybe you haven't subscribed yet and you were ready to hit the thumbs down button, but I hope that you stopped because I really think it all just came together. I think it looks so good on top of that shade. I hope this doesn't ruin it, but I do want to take a little bit of that eggplanty shade here and just like deepen the outer corner a little bit because I feel like it's lacking a little bit of depth. I mean, it's not lacking anything. It's giving me everything, but I want to do too much and I want to use the shade again because it's a really pretty shade just in the outer corner. I'm not going to take it up in the crease or anything. I find that these shadows work really well when you pack them on rather than going in like with circular motions right away. I don't typically do that too much anyways, but I notice if you go right in with circular motions, they blend so well that they can blend away. So I think it's better to pack it on and then just blend your edges. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about both of these eye looks right now. So I think what I'm going to do next is put on all of my base makeup and my lashes so we can do the lower lash line and then wrap up the video and then give my final thoughts. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. I'll be right back right now. Hello, I'm back. It's been a while, to be honest. It took me a long time to finish my base makeup today. You can see the lighting has changed. You know what? You'll have that in daylight savings time, my friend. But yeah, this is my final look. I did go ahead and do my lower lash line off camera. I just repeated the same colors on the top, so I didn't think it was all that compelling to watch. I love this eye. I don't like the way this eye turned out. I think I went a little too far with this Dairy shade. I do have to say this shade's probably my least favorite in the palette, not because it's a bad shade. I struggle so hard to work with really dark shades like that. Like, I don't know, man. I struggle, and I just think this eye looks so clean and nice and beautiful, and this eye is like, I don't know. But the duochrome is beautiful. The duochrome on this eye is everything to me. I think I should have just left out that shade on the outer corner, but it doesn't look too bad. But I love the way this palette performed. This palette was so much fun to play with. I can't wait to play with more colors. The only color I didn't touch today was the shade Sam, which is beautiful. I mean, it's so pretty. I guess I could pop it on the inner corner. No, I gotta stop doing too much because I think that might potentially ruin it if I do that. Oh, look at me doing it anyways. Nope, that's the most beautiful color I've ever seen. Well, great, there you have it. I've played with all 10 colors. Oh, that's such a nice inner corner. This palette is fantastic. If you have not got your hands on it yet, I absolutely recommend picking it up. I know that I was able to get mine in pre-order. I know they have a standing pre-order at this point, which means that you can place an order and they will ship it to you when they can. So it might not be for a few weeks, it might not be for a few months, but honestly, I feel like this is worth the wait. I think the full price of this is $35, but you can use code BEAUTBEAN to save 10% off, which was great. I absolutely feel like this is a great value. I think, you know, you get a really high quality eyeshadow formula for the price. I didn't have issues with any of the formulas. There is a good amount of fallout, but that does not bother me. You just do one of these every once in a while and your palette will be great. But yeah, I think the mattes blended really nice. The shimmers worked really, really beautifully. I did use them over a glitter glue, but I don't think you needed to use them over glitter glue. I mean, I just went and popped on that inner corner real quick and that didn't have any glitter glue on it, and I thought that that still showed up really nice. I have been using glitter glue with my shimmers lately because I know that Beautbean does that a lot, so that's why I did it, but I don't think you need a glitter glue to make these look great. I definitely plan on doing a lot more looks with this palette, so be sure to follow me on Instagram so you can see them at GlamGeoNYC. Congratulations to Shroud Cosmetics and Beautbean on both of your first collab. That is so awesome. It was such a great collab. 10 out of 10, knocked it out of the park. It's Freakin Bats. I had such a fun time playing with this palette and I can't wait to buy more from Shroud Cosmetics. I'm like, this formula is so good. I definitely want to go back and grab some more stuff. So I thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm always really erratic. I'm always really all over the place. I'm always moving really fast and doing lots of fun stuff. Ooh, do you want to see the look without the bat wings? It's fine, put the bat wings back on. Check out my description box for everything else on my face today and for all the information on how to pick this up and where you can find this beautiful, beautiful palette. And also I'm going to have a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources listed in the description as well. So that'll include petitions to sign, places to donate, and ways to help protesters. So please make sure you click on those if you have the time. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!